Again, we've got the microphones around the room. Please raise your hand, and we'll take questions for Coach. Over here in the corner, front row on the left.
Jamahl, we've talked a lot about this matchup. You guys have played each other before. Just what are the keys for your group today?
Head of the snake, Jalen Brunson. That's the number one priority. Then Cat gets going. But, all the small things within the game, the rebounding, the defending without fouling, just making sure we're pressing the pace, getting them, out in transition, getting easy early baskets.
Especially in a big game like this, what's the balance between being very aggressive and physical while staying disciplined?
Well, to that point, we have to be disciplined. I mean, Jalen does a great job of getting to the free throw line, so understanding what he's capable of doing, knowing when we can put different bodies on him, different lineups, different situations, but we've got to be extremely smart with our details and attention to the game plan.
On your right, here in the front, Tim.
I'm sure it doesn't matter much, but it's an unusual start time, 2:30 local, 5:30 home. Did anything change on your end as far as what you do for a day game? Or?
Well, it's different because we've played them so many times. Watching the film back, I think we saw that on, when we got in, we watched them a little bit, but playing them the last time, it was a 12 o'clock start. And so I think that gave us a little bit of, early, what we can see today.
Kelly.
Hey, Coach, just talking about Dez, how have you guys embraced everything he brings from a culture standpoint? He's a very different kind of character, but how have you embraced everything he's brought to the table?
No, he's done a great job for us. His toughness, his leadership, his playmaking on the court, all the little things. And then off the court, bringing guys together, continuing with that chemistry and camaraderie. It's interesting that, we're here in Vegas because when he first joined the team, that was one of the first get-together that these guys had as a group. It was in Vegas over the summertime. And so it just kind of comes full circle that we're here now.
Josh.
Jamahl, how does OG change? You played against him once this year. How does his presence change the whole or impact the dynamic of the game?
Yeah, I think OG does a fantastic job first defensively. He gets his hands on a lot of basketballs. He plays the passing lanes. He helps off a ton, looking to get steals and deflections. But then his shot-making ability, I think him in those corners is above like 50%. So I think our ability to get to him, make sure we make him put the ball on the floor, but then we got to be strong with that ball when we have it.
Right in front.
You mentioned it earlier that rebounding and offensive rebounding is such a key facet of this game. These are two of the top offensive rebounding teams, top second chance points teams in the league. What is it about just being able to control the glass is important in a game like this, and any game that feels like it's big like this?
It's the possessions. The more you can gain those possessions, the better. And the more you can limit their possessions, the better. You give Jalen a couple shots at off offensive rebounds. He's going to knock those second ones down. So our ability to limit them to one shot so we can get out on the break and go.
Over in the third row. Just wait for the mic.
Coach, just in terms of this being the fourth time these teams match up, I know I'm here. It's fine. Jalen's practically averaging 30, and then it is the fourth time. How do you go about studying that tape to prepare to see an opponent again in a longer span than a typical series?
I think some of those, it comes off of those possession games, the offensive rebounds. He's getting those knocked down dagger threes, and the other side of it is putting him on the free throw line. So how can we be more disciplined and keep him off the free throw line? And so those are the things that we've looked at. How can we take those small possessions away from him so he's not getting those opportunities?
Any other questions? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Yep.